Hi guys, this is Play It Again. I am Ginger.
And I am Mike, and I have another channel called Sound Saga.
Yes, and today we are sharing yet another video from Mike's new channel, Sound Saga. So if you like following the history of certain bands or certain genres of music, go follow Mike's new channel. We'll put the link down there. And today's video actually makes me really excited because it's so far, I think, the best one you've done. And it also helped me learn a lot about a band that I've actually mostly ignored for most of my life, actually. Even though, like, they kind of hit when it was my heyday, but I was totally into Madonna and Michael Jackson instead.
Yes, it's the specials, episode 3 of Sound Saga.
Yes, so the good thing for me was now that I have more mature ears and I've had the benefit of hearing them kind of in the background a bazillion times through the years and always kind of reminiscing on how good that sounded, I learned a lot more about them. So I learned something about the specials from Mike's new video.
I learned stuff researching it.
Yes, so we're going to share it right here now, but be sure to go, or you can just go down and watch it on his channel and give him watch hours there. And definitely go over there and like and subscribe.
That's right.
If you enjoy it.
Much appreciated.
In the meantime, take over, Mike.
All right. Episode 3, the specials, skanking through the concrete jungle.
I still don't get the skanking thing.
It's a dance.
Okay.
Welcome to Sound Saga, the show that uncovers the stories behind the music that changed the world. I'm your host, Mike, and today we'll dive into the pure rebellious energy of the Specials, a band that not only revived ska music, but turned it into a megaphone for social change. So, pull on your Doc Martens, adjust your pork pie hat, and let's skank through their story. Picture this. It's 1977 in Coventry, England, a gritty industrial town hit hard by economic decline. Factories are closing, unemployment is rising, and racial tensions are simmering as the far-right National Front gains traction. Punk rock is the music of rebellion, but it's not enough for Jerry Dammers, a keyboardist with a love of Jamaican music. Dammers had a vision, fused the upbeat, danceable rhythms of ska, a Jamaican genre from the late 1950s, with the raw, urgent energy of punk. He called it two-tone, a nod to the black and white unity of its sound and ethos. Dammers assembled a multiracial crew that embodied this vision. Vocalists Terry Hall and Neville Staple, guitarists Linval Golding and Roddy Byers, bassist Horace Panther, drummer John Bradbury, and later, trombonist Rico Rodriguez, a Jamaican ska legend. This was as much a statement as it was a band. In a Britain divided by race and class, the Specials lineup was a defiant middle finger to prejudice. Their name reflected their roots as a collective, drawing from Coventry's local ska and punk scenes. In 1979, the Specials launched their debut single, Gangsters, on their own two-tone record label. It was a snarling, ska-infused jab at music industry sleaze, inspired by Dammers' frustration with shady promoters. The B-side featured The Selector by The Selector, showing Dammers' ambition to build not just a band, but a movement. The black and white checkered logo of Two-Tone Records became a symbol of racial harmony, blending Jamaican rhythms with British punk energy. Gangsters cracked the UK top 10, showing that ska could speak to a new generation. Later that year, the band dropped their self-titled debut album, produced by the iconic Elvis Costello. Recorded in a raw, live-in-studio fashion, it highlighted the band's frenetic energy. A Message to You, Rudy, a cover of Dandy Livingstone's 1967 ska classic, urged wayward rude boys to change their ways. Stop your messing around. While Too Much Too Young tackled teenage pregnancy with biting humor. Songs like Concrete Jungle painted a vivid picture of urban violence, reflecting the band's working-class roots in Coventry's decaying streets. The album was a cultural force. Even an ocean away and a few years later, in Canada in the mid-80s, the songs from this album were a big part of the musical landscape in my high school. Man, so many of us wished we could have seen the band live. Their shows were joyous, chaotic affairs with multiracial audiences skanking together in a sea of checkered shirts and suspenders. Their fashion, rude boy suits, pork pie hats, and Fred Perry polos, became a uniform for the two-tone subculture. But beyond the style, their lyrics hit hard. Songs like Nightclub critiqued shallow consumerism.
I'm a parasite. I creep about at night.
Well, Doesn't Make It All Right tackled racism head on.
Doesn't make it alright. It's the worst excuse in the world.
At a time when the National Front was marching, the Specials were playing rock against racism gigs and using their platform to champion unity. The two-tone movement grew fast, spawning acts like Madness, The Beat, and The Selector. Each shared the label's ethos, but the Specials were the torchbearers. Their multiracial lineup was a direct challenge to the divisions tearing Britain apart. They were living proof that black and white could work together. By 1981, Britain was a pressure cooker. Thatcherite policies attempting to deal with labor and industry issues were deeply unpopular, and riots erupted in cities like Brixton, Toxteth, and Handsworth. Matters were only made worse by racial tensions and police brutality. The Specials, now battle-tested, responded with their defining work, Ghost Town. Released in 1981, it was a haunting, genre-bending track, part ska, part reggae, and part eerie soundscape. The lyrics painted a bleak picture of urban decay. Terry Hall's ghostly vocals and Rico Rodriguez's mournful trombone captured a nation on the brink. Ghost Town was scathing social commentary set to a ska rhythm. Released as riots swept the UK, it became a cultural touchstone. Its video, showing the band driving through deserted London streets, amplified its desolate mood. But behind the masterpiece, the band was unraveling. Tensions over musical direction, Dammers wanted to experiment while others leaned more pop, were straining relationships. Terry Hall, Neville Staple, and Linval Golding left after Ghost Town to form Funboy 3, leaving Dammers to carry on as the Special AKA. The Special AKA's 1984 single, Free Nelson Mandela, kept the band's activist spirit alive, raising global awareness for the anti-apartheid movement. Its upbeat melody masked a radical call to action, showing Dammers' knack for wrapping serious messages in catchy tunes. Meanwhile, Funboy 3 cracked the UK charts repeatedly, most notably with Our Lips Are Sealed, which was co-written by Terry Hall and Jane Wiedlin of the Go-Go's. The Specials' initial run was short but seismic. They influenced not just ska, but punk, new wave, and politically charged music throughout the 80s and 90s. Bands like The Clash and Rancid owe a debt to their fusion of music and message. Two Tone's ripple effect reached the US, sparking a third ska wave, with bands like No Doubt and the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. The band's breakup in 1981 didn't end their story. Various reunions followed, with a major revival in 2008 being led by Hall and Golding, though Jerry Dammers opted out.
I never saw you, I only heard of you. Hugging up on me, monkey man. I never saw you, I only heard of you. Hugging up on me, monkey man.
Their 2019 album Encore tackled modern issues like Brexit, inequality, and mental health with the same sharp edge. Tracks like Vote For Me showed the Specials could still cut through the noise.
You're all so drunk on money and power.
The Specials' legacy is more than music. They showed how art could confront injustice while bringing people together. From Coventry's concrete jungles to global stages, they gave ska a new voice, one that still echoes in today's fights for equality and justice. As Terry Hall once said, "You try to make people aware of things, and in the last 30 years people have come up to me and told me stories about how that album and that band altered the way they felt, and that's a good thing." It's hard to argue with that. Let me know in the comments where you're from and what the Specials have meant to you and your community. The specials reminded us that music can be a party, a protest, and a call for change all at once. That's it for this episode of Sound Saga. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another chapter in music history. In the meantime, keep skanking.
I say pressure drop.